Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney studios. This is the last show of the day, the last trade. The Australian economy seems to be locked in between favourable and challenging conditions ever since the Omicron variant started to spread. This has led to a series of highs and lows for major economic indicators. Today, data from the ABS revealed that November saw retail trade rising by 7.3% on a month-on-month basis and 5.8% on a year-to-year basis. During the same period, the goods and services surplus declined by 1.3 billion Australian dollars from October, driven by a greater rise in imports. Looking at the local bourse performance today, the ASX 200 closed lower, dropping 57 points or 0.77% and crossing below its 125-day moving average. The index has lost 2.63% for the last 5 days, but sits 3.18% below its 52-week high. All 11 sectors ended lower, and although little changed, materials was today's best performer, up 1.43% over the last 5 days. Another best performer with stocks was a medical devices company, PolyNovo, that soared by 24%, encouraged by its US sales. In its selected unaudited trading results for the half-year ending December 30, PolyNovo revealed that US sales for December were at a record 3.4 million, up 76%, on the same time last year. The next best performer was Regis Resources, up 3.8%, and other top gainers following that were Lumina, PointsBet, and Evolution Mining. Then on the flip side, in the red zone, ARB Corp was the biggest laggard, its stock down by over 12%. Other losers today were Novonix, Ingham's Group, ProMedicus, and Pinnacle Investments. Then Vulcan Energy Resources has signed an MOU and a term sheet with Nobian, a European leader in the production of essential chemicals, which employs about 1,600 people and had revenues in 2020 of 1 billion euros. Vulcan and Nobian will assess the feasibility of a joint project for the development, construction and operation of the central lithium plant near Frankfurt, where Vulcan has secured a plot for the construction. Today, Vulcan shares traded in the red zone. And biopharmaceutical company Dimerix announced that the first patents have been given doses in India in a study of its lead candidate therapy. It's used as a potential new treatment for respiratory complications associated with COVID-19. Dimerix shares rose by over 7% today. And another pharma company, Creso Pharma, traded in the green zone after its wholly owned Canadian-based subsidiary, Hallucinix Life Sciences, was invited to register as a potential supplier to the Health Canada's Special Access Program, following recent regulatory changes. And if approval is obtained, it might unlock several near-term revenues, generating opportunities for Hallucinix. Meanwhile, BitSynergon announced the successful launch of Big Tin Can for Salesforce, a new module for the company's Content Hub and Learning Hub, and the first generally available product from the recently announced Big Tin Can Data Products Group. The module brings AI-powered content recommendations to users in the Salesforce of the Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, with the ability to provide content and learning recommendations to every customer-facing person. And now, before we move on to other trending updates, it's time for a short break.
Hi, I'm Sage, and get ready to take the crypto ride with me on Kalkine TV. Watch the crypto buzz every Tuesday and join the excitement at Kalkine TV. From Bitcoins to NFTs to Dogecoin and DeFi, we have updates about everything around these digital currencies. Understand the investing rationale and the risks involved in the space with me, Sage, on Crypto Buzz. Keep watching Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to the last trade. Let's have a look now at the global market performance. Asian equities struggled to find direction today. The attention squarely remained on the timing and pace of the US monetary policy normalization, but investors took some comfort from a late rebound in American stock markets. And then a fast spread of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus is also weighing on the markets. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside of Japan slipped as much as 0.3% before trading steady. The Nikkei index fell as well 1.3% as trading resumed after a holiday on Monday. And Hong Kong ticked 0.1% higher, while China's 300 index nudged up too. Then on the other side of the globe, US shares had a bruising first week of the year. Continuing the trajectory, the Dow Jones Industrial Average shed 0.45%, while the S&P 500 lost 0.14% overnight. Investors are waiting for the US December consumer inflation data due tomorrow, with headline CPI seen coming at a red-hot 7% on a year-on-year basis, boosting the case for interest rates to rise sooner rather than later. And then in the crypto world, Bitcoin is declining to its lowest level since September, trading at just above the $40,000 mark, as prices in risky asset classes begin to deflate. The world's largest crypto by market cap fell through November and December, but has slid particularly heavily in the first few weeks of the new year. The falls have been steep in other cryptos as well. Ether is down over 15% year to date and is sitting at its lowest level since late September. Then on the other side, there's been an underperformance of alternative cryptocurrencies too. This suggests that traders are still being cautious, and as altcoins tend to decline more than Bitcoin during market downturns due to their higher risk profile, it's important to keep an eye on the market and not make any hasty decisions. But with that said, that is a wrap for now on the last trade. But I hope you found the market closing commentary informative. We'll be back next time with more only on Kalkine TV. Holly Shields signing off.